Do you want your mechanic to actually look forward to working on your car? Stick around because in this video, I'm going to be talking about 7 great things that you can do that can improve your relationship with your mechanic. Now, the reason why this is super important is because 2 weeks ago, I talked about 7 things that you should not do around your mechanic. And I do believe that it is super important to also know when you're doing wrong and also when you're doing correct. So that way you can continue doing these correct things and it can make the relationship between both of you extremely strong and reliable. So let's go ahead and get started talking about the very first one, which is keep communication clear. The second, trust the expertise. The third, keep up with your regular preventative maintenance. The fourth is ask questions. The fifth, appreciate the effort. The sixth, and most important one in my mind, other than basic maintenance, is going to be keep your car tidy/clean. And lastly, just be on time to either make it to your appointment or, in cases like me, be prepared when your mobile mechanic shows up. So now that we know all of those, let's go ahead and break them down individually. So when we're talking about keeping communication clear, as a mechanic, we will ask you 21 questions because one little sound that you hear could be something completely different than what you may have thought. So yes, it's going to be our jobs to make sure that we ask you so many questions prior to us actually showing up or prior to you coming to the shop or going to the shop. And so that way we know how to better help actually diagnosing and treating that problem so that way you don't have to deal with it anymore. I will always put it like this. When it comes to communication, if there's no trust, there's no us, right? So a part of talking, you build the trust. And obviously, when we work on it, you know that, hey, when this person's working on my vehicle, it tends to get done correctly the first time, which then leads us into the second, which is trust the expertise. First and foremost, guys, it is going to be up to you in order to do your proper due diligence, making sure that you're selecting the correct person to work on your car. You have things like Google reviews and word of mouth and stuff like that. So it is going to be up to you to ensure that you're actually picking the correct person to work on your car. And ultimately, remember, the mechanic is the expert in that field. Like I said in the previous one or two things happen. Either you don't have the time nor the care to do it, even if you have the knowledge to do it, or you literally know nothing about the repair and you're needing someone else to do it for you. Hence, trust the expertise. Third, dealing with your basic preventative maintenance. Guys, this is extremely important for both the mechanic doing the work and also you being the person that's paying for the work to be done. When you're keeping up with your maintenance schedule, that becomes a whole lot easier on us when it comes to repairs as well, because guess what? We're not having to deal with overly rusted and corroded parts. That comes with preventive maintenance, right? Dealing with that. And then ultimately, if you neglect those, you're ultimately going to pay more out of pocket at the end of the day. So, if not for the mechanic, do it for you being selfish because you don't want to pay more than what you ultimately have to. Asking for explanations. Guys, this is really important because ultimately, the reason why a good mechanic wants you to ask questions at the appropriate time, either before I get started on the job or after I complete the job. You want to try to keep that talking in between to a very minimal because you want to make sure that the person's focused and not distracted so that way they can ultimately make sure that the job is done correctly and it is safe for you to drive, right? So when you're asking for explanations, the big thing is because if you know what caused that problem, now you know forward how to not cause that problem from happening again. You need to be able to know what you're doing in order to make sure that you don't repeat bad habits. It's just like that saying, history repeats itself. And you're going to continue repeating yourself if you don't ask the proper questions to make sure that you know how to go moving forward. The next one will be appreciate the effort. Appreciating the effort goes to say something as simple as thank you. You know, just common courtesy. We pick up on that. We're humans just like you. Some of these jobs can be extremely easy and some of them can be extremely hard, right? And when you appreciate what we do, that goes a long way. Right here, this one is the most important one on the list. Keep your car clean. I can't tell you the countless amount of times I've walked into someone's car and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll give you a perfect example. When I worked at Nissan, there was this older lady, probably in her 80s. She was a hoarder. So it was trash piled up beyond the windows so you can see into it. And it just so happened that I had to work on her car. One, I saw that and I was like, I'm not doing it. And then I opened up the door and it smelled straight like cat piss. It was disgusting to the point where I literally went inside, got my manager, and said, I am not working on this vehicle. If you want someone else to work on this vehicle, go right ahead. But me, I'm not getting in there. I'm not doing it. And if you want someone else to do it, you can get someone else or you can work on it. But as far as that, like, no, guys, that's nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. It's crazy nasty. Don't be those people. Have your car presentable. I'm not saying that your car needs to be spotless. If it is, great, right? But you at least need to make sure that one, it doesn't smell bad. Two, you don't have a lot of junk piled up in there. And if you do, clean that out before we start working on the car. That is the quickest way to lose a mechanic. And lastly, just be prepared and be on time that if you're taking your vehicle to a shop and if it's a mobile mechanic, like in my situation, make sure you're ready, right? Stay in communication. Once again, it goes down to basic communication skills. Treat people how you want to be treated. If you guys enjoyed this content, go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. We are on the road to 500. Once again, the way how you qualify for that is to watch the video, obviously, like and comment in the comment section, and you will be eligible for the winning once we hit 500 subscribers. So let's go ahead and get that count up and let's continue growing. And I'll see y'all in the next one.